Ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be talking about blending, and it's actually one of the most important lessons that you actually learn from me in photo manipulation. We're going to talk about how to blend and composite an image in the scene from beginning to the end while making a proper photo manipulation artwork. So sit down and get a pen, a paper and your laptop, and request for the source images to follow along, and enjoy the journey as it takes you for a ride you've never been before in your life. Here we have the sketch of the work. So the first thing I'm going to do is to bring in all the stock images. I'm using this image for the grass field. Now I'm just going to select the sky with the magic wand tool and mask it. I increased the size a bit and warped it. Now using the pen tool, I'm going to mask out this tree. Now for the main tree, letting me just copy the tree I used from a previous work. You can press Ctrl C and V to copy and paste Photoshop files. Now we're making some tree branch with our previous cutout tree.
Like the cool blue light. 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 Like the cool blue light.
For the leaves of the tree, all I did was use PNG images I found online. Now I'm using the layer marks to clean up where the branches meet the main tree. I use the soft one brush for this. Quickly, I'm going to start adjusting the values of the work with the levels adjustment layer. Now I'm painting some tree light with some adjustment layers like curve, exposure, opacity. Next thing I want to do is to add some rock to the scene. This makes the scene not to look empty. Then with a curve and exposure adjustment layer, I painted some highlights on the grass. Then for some shine, I softly painted a warm yellowish color and changed the blend mode to screen. Now it's time for the walkway. All I did was warp. With those lines, you can literally warp your images any way you see fit. And that's basically how I created the walkway. Next thing I did was to blend the walkway with the grass field. I did this by masking the walkway with a grass brush. Then I added some rocks to form a proper anime-like walkway. Still marked the rocks with the grass brush. Then I adjusted the values of the rocks with a levels adjustment layer. Next thing I did was to make the hill. I selected a grass field and warped it to a hill-like shape. Then I slightly changed the color with a hue saturation adjustment layer. I adjusted the value once again with a levels adjustment layer. This time I was going for a gradient-like look. Then I brightened some areas with a curve adjustment layer and a solid color layer set to linear dodge light. I added another walkway using the same process as before. Then I added the sky. All I just did was to drag the sky image down to the background layer. And now it was time to create the fence. I literally turned myself into a carpenter for this. It's actually very simple to do and it's not something that you really need me to explain. Now it's time to paint some rope. I'm doing this using a rope brush that I found online. Just painting a rope with ease. Then I made the swing seat from a simple rectangular selection filled with black. I added some wool texture to the swing seat in order to give it more texture, make it more realistic. Now it's time for some atmospheric depth. I power clipped the blue solid color adjustment layer to the hue and reduced the opacity. Now I'm doing the environment and composition by placing birds and animals around the scene. This makes it look more natural actually. Now it's time for some blending. We're going to start with the rabbit. First, I adjusted the values with the levels adjustment layer.
I
Then I added a vibrance adjustment layer to make the colors pop a bit more. Then I painted some shadows with another levels adjustment layer. Then I painted some ambient light from the grass field that's bouncing onto the square using a curve adjustment layer. Lastly, I marked our square using a grass brush in order to blend it with the grass field, and I painted some little shadows with our curve adjustment layer. Now I'm going to repeat the same process for every single animal, and it's going to take a while. And ta-da! We have this. We're going to stop here for now, so the video won't be too long. In the next lesson, we will deal with the subject creation, as well as other Photoshop techniques that will aid your blending. So stay tuned, guys, and see you next week. Bye for now.